good at all. Is this recording?
Yes, it is. All right, and this is our Hussie Testimonial with Sierra Nicole in the back seat.
I can't really see.
All right, and again, it's taking place in my car because this is where we spend most of our, well, this is where I spend most of my time.
This is where we spend half of our time.
This is where I'm multitasking.
If we're not fucking, then we're in the car.
All right, Sierra, how did you become a Hussie?
So, one of Jason's scouts, what was his name? David? Yeah. Contacted me through Instagram. Kind of blew it off first. It's like, because I'd done nude modeling in college. I was like, no, maybe not my route, but I haven't not thought about it. And then, like 2 days later, I go back and I start researching. I start looking up stuff, and then I commented and I talked to him. And he's like, well, let me get you to Jason. And I started talking to Jason. And this was all within like a week's time too. So I decided to do this within a week. Had all my shit packed out of my house and had it in storage. Within like a week and a half, I was in Florida. And so I talked to Riley the day before I left, and then I was texting him that day, and then I met him the day after I got it to sign my contract.
Yeah, it was the day after. Yeah. And
Instagram.
When you landed, what happened? How did that?
So I got your number. I think I had a layover. And I texted you on my layover.
Yeah.
Because he texted me, he's like, hey, get a hold of this person. I'm like, okay. So I texted you. And then you're like, okay, I'll meet you here. And I told you what I was wearing. You told me what you were driving. And of course, I didn't really know what the fuck that was. So I'm just like,
It was not a big truck, so Sierra did not care.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a big truck, so I didn't know what the fuck I was looking for. But, I mean, I'm not familiar with Southern Florida or the Fort Lauderdale airport, so it was like,
It was pretty easy to navigate, though. It's
easy to navigate, but I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
Because it had been a long time since I'd been into an airport that big. The one back home in Vermont is small as fuck.
Yeah. So is the one in my
There's
home.
like maybe 4 gates of the entire thing.
Right. And even before you got here, did you ever have the thought that you wouldn't be able to come and go as you please, live your life? Did you ever have those fears though? Was it a concern?
I think just because of how I am personally and how I was raised, I wasn't really worried about anything like that. Because how I am being a military brat that I am, no one's gonna make me or force me to do anything I don't want to fucking do, and I will fight tooth and nail. Not really fight, but I wasn't really concerned that I wasn't gonna be able to live my life. I wasn't concerned that I'm now your property, I only do what you say.
Right.
Wasn't concerned with that, because talking on the phone with everyone, it did not come off like that at all. Everybody was they're very honest, and I was like, okay, well, when I need to come home, I'm going to be able to do that. You're like, yeah, you can leave and go whenever you need to, as long as it doesn't mess up a shoot already planned. I'm like, oh, that's cool, perfect, I can give you a heads up, blah, 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 blah. So I wasn't concerned about that at all.
And you actually were one of the ones that didn't get to do go-sees right away because...
Yeah, I had already had bookings. 2 days before I even flew out, Riley told me, he's like, I already have you booked for 3 days.
Right. And what was your first shoot? Do you remember?
So my first shoot was with Reality Kings. It was around Halloween when I got here. So I was a super nerd. And the premise of it was I fucked my mom's boyfriend. Yeah. And he liked my costume, but mom thought it was a slut. Told me I can't leave the house. And he comes in, he's like, I think you look really good. Just wait till she's not around. I'm like, there's no guys like you at the party. Why don't you come over her?
And at Reality, that was Reality Kings.
Yeah, it was Reality Kings. They did my first 5.
And did you, how did you get paid for that?
By check that day.
And was it made out to you or was it made out to your agent?
It was made out to me.
Right.
Yeah.
And Riley, who bills and invoices for the model house rent and the agency fees.
Yeah.
None of us take that money from you.
No. Actually, so when I got here, I came to Florida with $25 on me. So
and 3 beers.
And 3 beers. 4 beers.
Was there 4?
There was 4 beers.
Not bad.
And So I came to Florida with like $25 to my name. Like, hoping on a whim, like, you know, here we go. Start this adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually told me that if, I think it was either you or him, or both of you actually told me that if I needed any money for food and whatnot, you guys would cover me. Like, Riley's like, if you need $100 for food, got you.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to let you go hungry. We want you to be healthy. We want you to be happy. We don't want you to sit there, starve the fuck out of yourself in a new place with a bunch of new people you don't fucking know.
Right.
Because then you're, like, miserable.
Right. And comfort for me is really important for you guys to be comfortable with each other at the house. You know what I mean? And talk a little bit about the house. Because you've been there a couple times. Yeah. So you know the differences.
So, yeah, I've been to a bunch of different houses, actually.
Yeah. But this is where our girls normally start.
So, I came in and I was like, I don't know any people. And I'm not I'm a people person, but I hate people. And I was really timid, and I was really, like, taken back, and everybody was, like, super inviting and, like, super
we were
friendly.
in the middle of painting, too.
Yeah, I was in the middle of painting, so I'm, like, creeping around the house trying to get paint on myself. And I met everyone that day. Well, most of everybody that day. And everybody's super inviting and, like, really warm, because a lot of the people in the house had been in for a while, like Jax and, you know, you and Jamie was there and all that stuff. And Lucy and them, and they've been in longer, so they know. And when you're coming to a house where you're new to this industry, you don't know what the fuck to expect.
Right.
It was very helpful. It was like a very warm environment and very comforting. And like they're like, if you have any questions, ask me. I'm like, good, because I have lots. Right.
And even back then, having spoken to all three of us. Even back then, did you feel like we were all had the same goal in mind?
Yeah.
Like to lift you up, your success, your safety. Because, you know, with
that
me,
was a big
safety's
thing,
a big concern.
With you, that's your number one thing. That's a big thing you press. And with Riley, it's a lot about success with him. And he just wants...
treated fairly.
Yes.
That you guys know your worth.
He wants you to get what you're worth. And he wants people to know what you're worth, and he's like, you're not gonna go for anything less than what you're worth.
Right. Have we ever asked you to do anything that you didn't want to do, or has any company?
No. They'll ask me if I'll try things. They don't tell me I have to do something I don't want to do. Right. But a lot of people don't know what you're willing and what you're not willing to do, so they ask, and they ask politely. And when you tell them no, they don't be like, well, you know, you should, blah, blah, blah. No. If they just know right up there, okay, that's the end of it. Right.
And you always know that if something happens, there's plans in place to take care of that.
Oh, yeah.
If you're
if something bad happens, you
right.
call this person or text this person or do this thing.
Right.
Everybody knows.
Or call all three of us and we come in guns
it's just
blazing,
like,
you know.
SWAT comes in.
Right. Is there anything else that you would like to say to someone who might be watching the video thinking about not just coming, you know, into the industry, but coming specifically to Hussie and the way we work?
So a lot of since I've been in like 6 months now, and I've heard horror stories from other agencies and stuff like that, and heard about how other agencies run. From what I've heard, from my personal opinion, we're not a fucking dollar sign. We're people. And you guys generally give a fuck. And I know, like, a very vulgar language, but, like, that's the best way to explain it. Like,
she's a military brat. That's why that
swear a lot.
Just keeps coming out.
You guys really, really care, and it's all about making sure we're happy and we're comfortable and we're successful. And, like, with Riley and with both of you, actually, if I'm just having a shit fucking day and I just want to call one of you guys and talk, you pick up, you talk.
Well, you have that same relationship with the girls too, though, don't you?
I
mean, the girls that you've come in contact with, and
like the recent one who I've grown really close to, who I just met. I've been here for 3 weeks now. Back for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
is Vanna, and she's only been in for 3 weeks before I got here. And her personality, she's very open, very talkative. She's
my mini-me.
Yeah, she is she's a
mini-me.
And like you can go to her and like. When I came in, because I've been in when new girls come in, and when I came back, we got a couple new girls. Even though she's new, she's like, hey, you know, you got questions, you got this. Everybody's super friendly, and like we got each other's back. We're not just. I don't see us as an agency per se, more like a slutty family.
Hashtag Hussie family.
And I say slutty family because, you know, it's what we are. But
why do you keep moving out of the picture, Ivy? We're just gonna move closer.
Probably because I'm talking with my hands. She doesn't want to get hit.
I honestly look so fat on camera that
But no, we're just like a family, and it's awesome. It's comfortable. Everybody's happy. I mean, I've never really run into anybody who's not met. Everyone had not been happy.
Yeah. So, I agree. Yeah. Has there ever been, even now, you know, as things come up, as you grow in your career in the industry, if you have questions, do you feel like you can approach any one of us? I mean, we have 3 very different personalities, me, Jason, and Riley.
Even though you have different personalities, you're both very approachable.
Right.
Or all of you guys are very approachable.
Right, and there's always one of us that's gonna, that isn't talking to one of the other.
Oh, normally
Hussies,
you guys are all 3
you know
texting at the same fucking time.
Exactly. Guess
it's
who said this?
Hold
Guess
on,
who said
Jason
that?
just texted me.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's Riley. Normally you know it's Riley by your ringtone.
Right. Well, it says his name.
No, but yeah, even though you guys are 3 totally different personalities and 3 totally different people, you're all super very approachable and open and really care.
And this right here, we have Ivy here too. Come here, baby. This right here, this right here is what I always like y'all to be comfortable here. You can say anything. You can, you know, do what. Well,
jump into
not
a car
do anything,
and be like,
but
I have
is it
cum in
not?
my eye still.
Right. My mouth tastes like penis. You know.
Is
there?
My hair's got covered.
Right. And do you feel? I know. I have a nickname, Sheriff.
Le shit.
Yeah, and le shit. But do you feel like? Do you feel like there's anything more that we could do? I mean, this is y'all's confessional. You know that. You know what I mean? Is there anything more that we could do?
I don't really know. Because I've never run into a problem. I've never really thought of anything, I wish this was better.
Right. And if you did think of it...
If it's something like, the only thing I get annoyed with, and it's actually not even you guys. It's, like, certain companies.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to getting info, sometimes you don't know the night before,
right?
Even though you wish to, but normally you do. But like, there's only like 1 company that I've ever had that issue with, and you guys are just like, I keep asking, they don't have the answer.
Right.
But no, there's really nothing like I noticed.
Do you feel like if you did have something to say to us, because you know my saying, I can't fix it if I don't know it's broken.
Oh yeah.
Do you feel like if you notice something that you could at least come to somebody to tell us that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, definitely. Right. I'm just like, Teresa. So, and you're like, do you need me to come over?
Right. I see a tweet and I'm like, I'm on my way. Yes, I stalk all of you. I do.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add? You, Ivy, have you thought of anything since your testimonial?
I don't think so.
No?
Hussie's the shit.
Le shit.
Le shit.
As a whole.
Awesome.
All right. And that's it for Sierra Nicole.
Mwah.
Kisses.